Happy holidays! I'm Liz Vaccarello, Editor-in-Chief of Real Simple Magazine, and I'm here to help you simplify your season of giving. Whether you're decorating, hosting, in need of recipes, or maybe just some thoughtful gift ideas, the Real Simple team is here with practical, useful, and easy ways to spread some joy. What's the best way to get in the holiday spirit? Decorating, of course. Haley Cairo has effortless and aesthetically pleasing ways to make your home festive in 15 minutes or less.
The holidays are a busy and stressful time of year. Let's make decorating a little easier with a few tips that take 15 minutes or less. Hurricane lamps are a great essential in your decor arsenal. They look great during the holidays, but also all season long. I love to fill mine with candles, pine cones, and other colorful baubles. You can even forage fresh greenery right in your backyard to bring the outside in. Purchase holiday pillow covers to cover your everyday throw pillows. Not only does this save money, but it also saves space when you go to store them at the end of the season. One of my favorite tricks is to turn my pillow covers inside out and grab the corners of the pillow, flip the pillow over, and give it a little shimmy. It really just helps the pillow cover get on a lot easier. And I've done this trick for as long as I can remember, and it works great if you're putting on a duvet cover as well. Purchase pillow inserts that are one size larger than the covers for a really full, high-end look. We've always had wreaths on our front door, but this year I wanted to bring some inside. This extra large brass and half garland wreath is an amazing visual that we put in our living room window. I also did a super simple trick by tying a wreath to the back of our dining room chairs with just a ribbon. Switching out your everyday candles with something a little bit more festive and a pop of color is a great way to add interest to your space this season. You can use your everyday candle holders and bases. Jingle bells are a great way to ring in the holiday season, and I love these gold vintage bells because they give that old world Christmas feel. I always hang them on our front door, the mantle, and this year I even put them on our cookie jar so I could hear when Kyle was sneaking a cookie. And I didn't want to leave out the boys, so Koa and Maverick also have jingle bells around their collars to keep them included in the holiday season. I hope you guys enjoyed these quick decorating tips to make your holiday a little bit simpler.
Thanks, Haley. Now that our home is looking more cheerful, let's go shopping. Here's a sneak peek of our 2021 Real Simple gift guide. For the full list, pick up the December issue of the magazine.
Kiddos will have a ball playing around in this 5.5-foot inflatable pool filled with hundreds of crush-proof spheres. Surprise your favorite pet owner with a custom stainless steel water bottle featuring their fur child's face. Give guys a self-care gift that'll have them looking their best for that morning video call or those New Year's party pics. Add positive vibes to any space with these water-resistant paper vases that slide over an everyday vessel and fold flat when not in use. For those always running late, gift them this on-the-go breakfast container that keeps the milk and cereal separate until ready to eat. Avid travelers can be hands-free with this clever gadget that keeps their tote secured to a rolling suitcase. And for foodies, or those not ready to catch a plane just yet, this #1 bestseller will have them traveling across all 7 continents from the comfort of their home.
Need more real simple ideas? Connect with us on the socials, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and visit realsimple.com. Coming up, holiday etiquette do's and don'ts. Plus, Katie has the key places to tidy up before the doorbell rings. Welcome back. What's the etiquette on holiday cards? Must I send them, or is it okay to post a picture on Instagram? And how about the handwritten thank you note? Is it time for a new idea? Rachel Sylvester has the answers.
'Tis the season for giving, and now is the time to prep your holiday cards. Whether you plan on sending out custom photo greetings or cards of the boxed variety, follow these etiquette tips before sending out a bit of good cheer. To start, get those cards in the mail no later than the first week of December. If you miss the Christmas or Hanukkah deadline, don't fret. You can always reframe that family greeting as a New Year's card instead. Keep the body of the message short and sweet, kind of like a quick year in review that discusses vacations, any upcoming graduations, a new puppy, and so on. Lastly, always include your return address. It lets the receiver know who sent the letter, and it ensures that the recipient always has your current address on hand. Moving on to thank you notes. No technological advancement can replace a written letter, so after receiving a gift, a simple text just won't cut it. Before putting pen to paper, brush up on how to write a thank you note with these tips. When addressing a friend, use their first name. If you're thanking a colleague or an extended family member like a grandparent or an aunt and an uncle, opt for Dear. For example, Dear Grandma Audrey. Try constructing your thank you note by first expressing your gratitude. Write thank you, then recall the gift that they gave you and detail how you plan to use it. If it's a monetary gift, never mention how much money they actually gave you. After that, let the recipient know that you're looking forward to the next time you see them, and reiterate your thanks. Then, sign off with whatever seems appropriate for your relationship. That can mean love, very truly yours, or even your grateful coworker. I hope this advice helps you connect with friends, family, and colleagues this season and beyond.
Thanks, Rachel. Getting your home in order can be really stressful, but it doesn't have to be. Katie Holdifer has tips to make your place sparkle.
No matter if you've been preparing for a holiday party for weeks or just found out friends are stopping by in a few hours, here are some tips to make your home look instantly pulled together. Step 1. Clear the kitchen counters. Even if you don't have time to scrub the stovetop or tackle the dishes in the sink, decluttering the countertop will give the impression that your home is neat and organized. Remove everything from the counter to start. Then wipe it down with multi-purpose cleaning spray to remove dirt and crumbs. Next, try the tray trick, recommended by our editor-in-chief, Liz Vaccarello. Grab a decorative tray, consider a metallic one to add some extra sparkle, and then use it to corral anything you want to leave out on the counter, like salt and pepper and your go-to cooking tools. The tray just makes everything look neat and tidy without having to clear off the counter completely. And when it overflows with stuff, you know it's time to declutter. Next up, it's time to tackle the living room. Sprucing up your sofa is an easy way to make the whole room look cleaner. If you have a pet who sheds all over the couch, grab a lint roller to defuzz the upholstery. Of course, this also works to remove lint and crumbs. Then, fluff up the pillows. Finally, refold any throw blankets so they look neat and the sofa looks cozy. On to the bathroom. Hopefully you've already done some preliminary cleaning before guests arrive, like scrubbing the toilet and cleaning the sink. But for the final touches right before guests show up, swap in some fresh bath towels and hand towels. And set out a new bath mat so you know it's both clean and dry. Then wipe down the mirror. Spritz the cleaning spray onto a lint-free cloth first, rather than spraying it directly onto the mirror. Then wipe in an S-shaped pattern to make sure the mirror is streak-free. Place fresh flowers and houseplants in prime locations. They don't have to be expensive, just look for the freshest, best quality flowers at your local grocery store. To make the bouquet stretch further, I like to pull out a couple stems to set in a bud vase near the bathroom sink. That way, you'll have flowers in 2 rooms for the price of a grocery store bouquet. To make your home feel festive and party ready, take a cue from your favorite restaurant and dim the lights. You can make almost any table lamp dimmable using a dimmer switch. Now you can adjust the brightness to find the perfect glow. Today, many LED bulbs are dimmable, but double check the box to see if yours is. And nothing makes a room sparkle more than candlelight. Light a couple candles and set them in spots where you can keep an eye on them and guests are unlikely to knock them over. The scene is set, now go enjoy the party. For more holiday cleaning tips, follow along on realsimple.com.
After the break, Ananda has some delicious photo-worthy apps for any holiday gathering. And later, a 15-minute glam look that'll wow. All right, everyone. Whether you're cooking for a few or a crowd, appetizers can keep hunger at bay while you're making dinner, or even replace the meal itself. Here's Ananda Edelstein with a few tasty treats you can whip up in no time.
These 3 bite-sized appetizers are perfect for any holiday gathering, and they're super simple to whip up quickly. We're going to use the magic of the broiler to make these meatballs. The beauty of the broiler is that it gets everything really nice and golden brown. First, we're going to make the sauce. Okay, so it's just as easy as stirring honey, sriracha, coriander, and salt. So I'm gonna set this aside and get to the fun squishy part, which is making the lamb meatballs. Let's just start with 2 eggs, adding some coriander for some really nice fragrance there. The parsley, I'm gonna do a little teaspoon of Dijon, a nice pinch of salt. And I'm just going to combine this until the eggs are nicely broken into this mixture. I'm going in with the panko and the lamb. You don't want to overmix, but it is really important here to mix with your hands to make sure that all the ingredients are really nicely incorporated. All right, let's get rolling. You are going to need a tablespoon measure because you're just going to scoop a bit of the mixture. Heaped is great, and you want to make bite-sized meatballs. You're just gonna roll those, and the oil in the mixture is gonna prevent it from being super sticky, so it makes it a little bit nicer to roll. Okay, I got the 50 meatballs on the lined baking sheet. We're going to take them to the oven where the broiler has been preheating. These are out of the oven, and you can tell how nice and beautifully golden brown they are. The sauce is that beautiful sweet heat that's super irresistible. Okay, so you're gonna want to garnish these with a little bit of chopped parsley. That color is gonna be so vibrant, a little festive, and serve them with toothpicks. These really are the best appetizers. They're bite-sized and they pack the perfect punch. This appetizer looks super fancy, but it's actually really easy. You're starting with store-bought puff pastry and roasted red peppers from a jar. So those are 2 shortcuts that are gonna get this stunning appetizer out on your table ASAP. Let's start with the roasted red pepper mixture, which is actually inspired by muhammara, which is a Middle Eastern spread. And it's all going in the food processor. You're just gonna give it a whiz and you're done. That's it. Okay, so these store-bought frozen puff pastry sheets are thawed. We are going to get them on our cutting board and just flatten them out. So you're gonna spread red pepper walnut mixture on the dough. And a thin layer is perfect. This is just going to give the dough enough of a pop. There's a lot of flavor in here. You're gonna bring the top of the dough down to meet, and you're gonna press it to seal with your fingertips. Alrighty, so this little pocket of goodness is sealed, and it's ready to go to the fridge. Now that these have chilled, we are ready to cut them. You are going to want to cut them into 8 half-inch strips. So you're gonna twist them, tie them into a knot, and just place them on the baking sheet. Brush them with egg wash and sprinkle them with the sesame seed, oregano, and flaky salt mixture. Okay, I'm gonna take these to the oven and they're gonna bake for 25 to 30 minutes until they're nicely puffed and golden. Oh, these look beautiful and they smell so good. These nuts are crispy, flaky, and packed with flavor. Everyone's gonna be coming back for seconds. All right, now make this no-cook appetizer. There's a creamy, punchy base thanks to the gorgonzola. There's crunch because of the almonds. There's a little surprise from the quick pickled apples, and it only takes 15 minutes. Let's start with cutting the endives and separating the leaves. I'm gonna trim the stem of each endive, and the leaves will naturally start coming apart. All right, now let's make the gorgonzola cream. All it is stirring some half and half into the gorgonzola crumbles. So I'm just going to mash first before giving it a stir. I'm gonna show you how easy it is to assemble these. All you need is a spoon, and you're going to scoop the gorgonzola cream on the stem end of the endive. You want about a teaspoon, and you're just gonna kind of spread it to the top. Okay, now I'm gonna top these with the prosciutto. Gently roll it and just place it at the stem. Now let's hit it with some quick pickled apple. This is what I'm telling you that's going to add such vibrancy to each bite. Now I'm just going to give it a sprinkling of the crushed almonds. These handheld appetizers will be gone in 2 bites. I hope you get a chance to make these delicious appetizers and enjoy them with your friends and family.
Make life easier with smart solutions to everyday challenges at realsimple.com. When we come back, let's leave the makeup-free face and top knot behind. Hannah has a gorgeous holiday look that even beauty novices can achieve. You're watching Real Simple Holidays. Let's face it, last winter's hairstyles and makeup were on the casual side, maybe even non-existent. But this year, let's really celebrate the season with this easy-to-achieve look by Hannah Hong.
I'm going to show you how to create a festive holiday hair and makeup look in under 15 minutes. I'll also include some practical and easy to achieve tips that you can do at home if you're not exactly comfortable with super glam, over the top makeup, but you still want to look festive and put together for the holidays. Just keep watching. Holiday makeup is a lot about playing up the lids, and we want our makeup to last all night. So I'm going to start by priming. I'm using the Urban Decay Eye Primer Potion, which I've used for years. This will also let all your makeup glide on much smoother. Next, I'll be going in with the Anastasia eyeshadow palette in Soft Glam. This is one of my all-time favorite palettes. It has a great collection of shimmery and matte shades, so you can create a ton of different looks. I'll be starting off with a shimmery gold shade all over my lids as the base. Next, I'm putting a matte brown shade on my crease in a roughly V formation. Last, I'm using a matte ivory shadow in my inner corner, brow bone, and right underneath my lower lash line. Now onto eyeliner. If you have trouble drawing your line, a good tip is to connect your flick to your lower lash line. I usually draw out my flick first, and then draw the actual line on my upper lash line to connect the 2 pieces together. I'm also putting some liner on the bottom half of my lower lash line, which brings some definition without closing them up completely. Now it's time for the lashes. I'll be using the Lancome Monsieur Big Waterproof Mascara. I have super straight lashes, and this one is really good at creating a ton of volume and lasting all day without smudging. You can never go wrong with a red lip for the holidays. I'm not the biggest fan of matte lips, so I'm using this Clarins lip oil, which is a very moisturizing and pretty pigmented formula that will give your lips a more natural red tint. If you want something more sharp and dramatic here, feel free to opt for a classic red lipstick. This last step is optional because I know not everyone is a fan of contouring, but taking a couple minutes to do so can bring out your angles and inject some life into your face. Now we'll be moving on to the hair. After brushing out my curls, I'm pulling everything up into a high ponytail. I love a high updo for the holidays, especially when it's sleek and put together. A good technique is to create a half ponytail first at the top of your head. This will give you a better reference point for the ponytail to start and add some volume to your updo. Then use a second hair tie to connect everything into one pony. To create the sleek effect, you can take a toothbrush or any other brush with small bristles, this one is from Kitsch, and comb back the flyaways and baby hairs with some styling gel. I'm using the Cantu Shea Butter Extra Hold Edge Stay Gel. After that, I'm spritzing some hairspray. This one's from the amazing Guy Tang. To make the look a bit more festive, I'm adding these cute word hairpins from Zaxi to add some personality and round out the look. This super simple hair and makeup look is perfect for any holiday party.
Before we say goodbye, I'd like to share a drink recipe that'll let you wind down and appreciate all the love and happiness that this time of year brings. I'm gonna make 2 spiced apple kombucha cocktails. Okay, this recipe is pretty simple. We're gonna start by combining a 1/2 cup of apple cider, a 1/2 cup of spiced rum, and 2 teaspoons lemon juice in a cocktail shaker with some ice. And you shake until it's chilled, about 30 seconds. And then we will have prepared a couple of rocks glasses with some ice cubes, and you're gonna divide your concoction. And then you top it with a 1/4 cup of apple kombucha to each glass. Then we are going to garnish with a couple of cinnamon sticks and 2 apple slices for some color and decoration. And there you have it. Cheers. Thank you so much for spending time with us. From all of us here at Real Simple, happy holidays and have a wonderfully joyous and healthy new year.